What up, YouTube? Shout out to the men, the women, and even you sorry ass niggas. I want to welcome everybody to another edition of Naughty Talks. I am the Naughty One, aka the Black Man with the Black Mane, and we back again. Man, great hoops for a Friday night. There's a lot of games, so get my thoughts and reviews on what I saw. And the Knicks bounced back and beat the brakes off the Pacers. Bucks lose to the Bulls. Miami continues their smack session tour. No weeping giant again. No peg leg Paul George. 76ers lose to the Raptors. Rockets cage the Grizzlies, and the Hawkets hold off the Hornets. Just a few of the games, but we're going to skip right into what everybody want to talk about. Suns in LA. Suns lose to the Lakers in typical Suns fashion, 123-116. Suns started this game blazing, man. They couldn't miss anything. I want to say they shot like almost 70% as a team from the field, outscoring LA 38-23. The Suns after that proceed to lose every quarter. The third quarter pretty much being the worst, where it was like pretty much catty corner from the first. LA really was able to keep their head into the game. JJ Redick was able to keep everybody motivated to play. And they really just kept chirping and sticking to their identity of driving to the lane. They did hit some threes, and but man, a heavy dose of free throws and getting to the paint was what LA served the Suns. But KD, man, he did his thing. 30 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 11-17 for 64%, 2 of 3 from the 3 for 66. Bradley Beal, 15 points, 9 assists, 6 of 14 for 42%. Book, 9 of 21 for 42% as well, but he had 23. Both of them shot okay from the three-point line. 3 of 6 for Beal, 4 of 10 for Brook. But I think just when they start missing, the Suns believe in their jumper so much, and I get it. But you got to sometimes just say, forget it. Book can get to the lane. Beal can get to the lane. KD can get to the lane. They got to do that more. And they got to get more from the supporting cast sometimes. I know you got those big three guns. And in that first quarter, we saw what they could do. They look really good. But when the shots stop missing, you got to get to the lane. Like I said, the Lakers, which we're finna talk about right now, AD led all scorers with 35 points, 8 rebounds, 11 of 18 from the field, 13 of 17 from the free throw line. The Suns as a team shot made 15 free throws and shot 17 as a team. AD made 13 and shot as many as your whole team did by himself. That's what I'm saying. That's where you lose the game right there. You losing the game at the free throw line. When the shots aren't going, you got to get to the rack. Reeves added in 26 points, 8 assists. That's a good game for him. One thing that I've noticed is when Connect comes in the game and he starts playing well, Reeves really steps up his play. I think he understands that Redick didn't choose him, and Redick always talking about Connect. I think Reeves notices that, so when Connect raises his play, I like how Reeves answers the challenge and answers it himself with the 26 points, 8 assists. Bron had 21, 8, typical LeBron numbers, but tonight, this was Bron's 1,234th game consecutively with 10 or more points. Man, you got to salute to the longevity and salute to the consistency. Hachimura chipped in 14.7 rebounds. He was 5 of 12, 2 of 4 from the 3. Some good minutes from Hachimura. D'Lo, D'Lo, 5 points, 5 assists. He did get some assists in there. 1 of 6 from the field for 16%, 1 of 3 for 33%. This is not going to cut it. And I think D'Lo more on the chopping block than Reeves is. I think if Redick wasn't feeling Reeves, you got to keep Reeves because Reeves can still score at a high clip. D'Lo, man, these numbers are not acceptable, man. You've been in the league 10 years. You should already have a routine, a rhythm that gets you ready for the season. Every season starting off, it's the same trash you're putting out. Stop. Man, I can't believe you said you could shoot like Steph Curry. And we're going to leave it at that. But good win for the Lakers. But to me, this is about the Suns, though, because this is typical of what they do. They don't finish games. Just like the Sacramento Kings, they don't finish games. You got Durant. Ever since you lost that chip, when you had to try to be a leader and you lost that chip to go to state, you ain't been able to finish on your own. When Devin Brooks, when they lost that finals with Chris Paul and them, Bradley Beal, it just reeks of can't finish, pause. And that's what we seen right there. Great starters can't finish the game, but finishing is where it's at. Great win for LA. Knicks beat the brakes off the Pacers. Knicks said, nah, we are not taking that Boston 1,000-hand slap lightly. And Pacers, you are just going to have to feel the wrath. And also, the Pacers played a pathetic game. none more pathetic than Halliburton. 0 of 8 from the field, 0 of 7 from the 3 for 0 points. The Pacers as a team shot 3 for 30 from the 3-point line for 10% on the night. I thought Detroit had improved when they played the Pacers the first night, but the Pacers might be trash because they already don't play defense, and if the shots ain't falling like this, it's going to be a long season for the Pacers. I'm not even going to get too much into this game because it was terrible. Everybody on the Knicks got to eat tonight. Brunson, 26. Bridges, 21. Great bounce back game. Hart, 20. Ananui, 14, and Sassy even had 21. The Pacers need to get it together because what I saw was pathetic. And that's all we're going to leave it at right there. I don't even want to talk no more about that trash. Bulls go into Milwaukee with that drill music and shot the Bucks right on up. Left out of there with the headpiece to put on the wall. And because, man, and led by Kobe White, 35 points, 12 of 20 from the field, 7 of 13 from the 3, becoming the third leading three-point maker of all time for the Chicago Bulls. Levine chipped in 25, going 9 of 15, 2 of 6 from the 3. And when you got Vucevic going for 24 of 9 from the 3, it's going to be a long night. But, you know, Dame and Giannis did their thing. Giannis, 38 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 15 of 23, 8 of 16 from the free throw. That 50% shit, as much as you go to the line, Giannis, you need to step that up. I don't know what needs to be done. When you go to practice, you need to stop running with the team 2 hours early and just go shoot free throws, because that is not going to cut it with how much you have the ball, with how much you go to the line. Hack at Giannis might become a thing. Dame, another good night for him. I'm really liking the production over the first couple games. 28 points, 8 assists. Really, I think the Bucks lost this game because you only got 9 points out of Portis. And then Brook Lopez, for him to play all those minutes, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 of 10 from the field, 1 of 6 from the 3. That's 20% and 16%. When your center is giving you that kind of production, it's kind of hard to win games when you're trying to caddy counter what other teams are doing. And when you got Levine going for 20, you got Kobe White going for 30, Vucevic going for 20. You needed somebody else to step up for Milwaukee, and then just nobody did. Usually it's Portis. They needed it from Brook, and they got it from no one. Shout out to the Bulls, though. You handled your business last night. Warriors took a road trip to Utah, and on the ride, they said the Jazz get no play in this ride. Beating the brakes off the Jazz, 127-86. Billy Heed leading all Warriors with 27 and leading all scorers, actually. 10 of 14 from the field, 7 of 9 from the 3. Hey, Buddy Heed, over these first couple games, and if he can sustain this play, is really making the Warriors out to look like they made a good move trading Clay. Clay, hopefully he can sustain his play with Dallas, because that would look like a great move for him. But right now, Billy Heed is really stepping up and really showing out. Steph had 20 but shot 7 of 20, 4 of 13 from the field. Not the best shooting night for Steph. We don't expect this all the time. His best wasn't needed, though. Like I said, they served up the 1,000-hand smack, and there was nothing Utah could do. And only putting up 86 points, I'm not finna talk anything about Utah. I said they were an up-and-coming team, and they still might be. But last night, they didn't match up well, and they got ran out of the gym. Rockets caged the Grizzlies. And it seems like the Grizzlies, playing that back-to-back, man, had no legs late in the game, just hoisting up brick from the three-point line, man, just brick after brick. First, the night before was Houston, and they gave the job to the Grizzlies, and they did it quite well, shooting 10 of 28 from the three-point line. Rockets had 7 players in double digits, really winning by committee, but I really think it was the back-to-back. And I think that even though the Rockets played the back-to-back, there's no excuse, but Ja, 24 points. But, you know, when you only make 10 threes and the opponents make 17, it's going to be tough to win. I just think they didn't have no legs. And then Bane was struggling. It was just a rough game all around, pause, for the Memphis Grizzlies. But shout out to the Rockets for bouncing back and handling y'all business. Pelicans and Portland, one of the better games of the night. I'm not going to lie. Pelicans, Zion had his return. I don't really have the numbers right now. But Scoot Henderson for the Portland Trailblazers, I want to talk about him for a little bit, because I really think he is going to be a real nice player in this league, especially under the coaching of a great point guard like Chauncey Billups. Chauncey Billups is really showing him how to manage the game, where to attack, when to attack, when I should be getting my teammates involved. And I'm really liking the development of Scoot Henderson, getting a player like Chauncey Billups, to coach him is doing wonders for his game. The Pelicans, they just, they did what they did, got some play from a lot of good players. I think the Pelicans can be good once everybody gets healthy. You got CJ, BI, Zion, and then once Murray gets back, they got a nice first four to deal with. That's a lot of scoring. Atlanta beats the Hornets, even though Melo goes crazy, but Iceman Trey, Ice Trey gang, whatever we call him, he matched his energy. 38 points for Trey, 7 turnovers, 10 assists. Melo, 34 points, 4 assists, 10 turnovers. It's kind of hard when somebody that has the ball that much has that many turnovers to win a game, and that's pretty much the difference maker right there. Your best player can't turn the ball over that many times. That's 10 shot attempts that y'all didn't get just from that one player. 76ers, what can we say? No peg leg Paul George pause, no weeping giant Joel Embiid, and they lose to the Toronto Raptors. If I'm Maxey, I'm finishing out this extension that I just got. I'm getting my money, and I'm getting up out of there. If these guys do this all season, if I'm Maxey, I'm looking to try to get the fuck up out of there. Try to get to Miami. Try to get to something that really that can really use your presence, because Joel Embiid, peg leg Paul George, and the weeping giant, they are not appreciating the time in front of them, and they're just pulling the Ben Simmons. They might really be hurt, I don't know, but it's been too much bullshit in between for me to honestly run with that. And to end the night, the Magics continue the Smack Session tour, stopping in Brooklyn at the Nets, serving up the 1,000-hand slap. Wagner leading the Magic, 29.6 rebounds, 5 assists. Not the best game from Banchero, but he didn't need to play his best. Some of the takeaways from tonight, I'm really liking how competitive some of these teams look. And some teams are getting blown out, but that don't mean the teams aren't good. I know they say they trash and this, that, and the third. I know it's early in the season, but I'm really liking how things are shaping up. I just think teams need to get better at shooting threes as many as they're hoisting up, because this is pathetic, man. They're shooting it with such confidence, and it's just brick. And then to me, as a shooter, when you're a shooter, you know it's broke first. Crash the boards. I see a lot of these games, man. A lot of players just stand around. They don't go for rebounds. Too much watching the basketball. But it is making for good play. They are trying to play defense, but you can only do so much in this league. But you let me know down in the comments what y'all thought about the night, Friday. Typical Suns basketball. I really hope they can get it together, man. Learn how to finish. They got too many vets on that team, too many scorers on that team to be doing what they do. I know they won the night before, but man, this was a game right here that kind of sets the tone for things. You know, when you play certain players, when KD meet with LeBron, I don't give a fuck if it's on the court. Y'all supposed to be like, nigga, I'm going at your throat. Pause. Certain players are just supposed to go at it. When Grizzlies go against the Rockets, Ja Morant's supposed to go at Jalen Green. When the Pelicans play, CJ McCollum, Scoot Henderson is supposed to be going at Murray, but the better players are supposed to be going at each other. And I just feel like a lot of times it should be a lot of ball watching. But we got some great play. Portland got some great play. Pacers, it might be a long season. I know it's early, and I hope you guys get it together. But that's it for today, folks. I am the Naughty One, a.k.a. the Black Man with the Black Mane. And until we meet again, I'm out.